Hey, NarendraTheComic here, and right now we're going to be reacting to a new trailer, the first trailer actually for this new PS5 game. I don't know if this game is also going to be on the Xbox X, the Xbox S. I don't know what's going to be going on as to whether it's going to be on PC either. What I do know is this game is going to be on the PlayStation 5, something which I'm a cheapskate, so I probably will not buy off the bat, but give it like 9 months, 10 months, 15 months. I'll probably get one later down the line. So the game is actually a Harry Potter game, technically like a Hogwarts game. It's called Hogwarts Legacy. So it might be set slightly in the past, like 50 years before, 100 years before, maybe like 2, 3, 4, 500 years before. You never really know. It depends on what they really want to do and whether the time span of the game is over a 5-year period, a 10-year period, or jumping from student to student. Maybe it's like a lot of the famous pre-wizards before Harry Potter and you'll be able to live through their lives. But it does seem at least interesting. I remember one of the most vivid memories I have of playing a video game as a child is Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets on Xbox. Not Xbox 360, not Xbox One, Xbox. 2002, 2003, super early on. And that game was actually shockingly good. At least for the time, it was surprisingly good. And even now, I'm sure if I played it, I would get a lot of enjoyment out of it. So let's get to this. Harry Potter does have a special place in my heart, as it does with a lot of people, I would guess. But right now, J.K. Rowling's in some type of like battle online, you know? It's like a turf war. You'll, well, I mean, you know if you know, and you don't know if you don't. But what I just said is probably contentious in some way. But I support J.K. Rowling. I think she is a creative genius. She's been able to influence the minds of hundreds of millions of people across the world. And that has to be respected. While I don't agree with her on everything, I agree with her on some things. And I think her books are great. So let's get to this trailer. Let's go. Alright.
Magic, both
That is
beautiful
cool.
and powerful, binds together our long history.
Is there someone trying to be David
Common
Attenborough
bond
here?
we share is the legacy of Hogwarts.
It's just a cool visual. That's just what it is.
Now
It
it
looks...
is time to add your own story to these hallowed halls.
Ah.
And quite possibly shape the future of the wizarding world.
Clever.
Every corridor, every portrait, every stone in this castle tells the story of witches and wizards who came before. Here you will meet lifelong friends and grow into your own magical abilities in the classrooms of the world's most talented professors. And while your journey begins at Hogwarts, brewing potions, taming fantastic beasts, and mastering spells, there is a larger
Hogsmeade.
world beyond these walls.
Wow, that looks like...
A world filled with dangers you can't yet imagine. An ancient knowledge long gone from this world. That strange and mysterious talent you possess may be the key to
Okay, that needs
unlocking
work,
this
CGI-wise.
power. Your potential is limitless. But what form will it take?
Wow.
The journey ahead will reveal what you stand for. The choices you
Score
make
is
now
good, man.
will define the legacy of Hogwarts.
Spicy. Live the unwritten. Right. That's a great tagline. Holy shit. Whoever came up with that, immediately, you should get a raise. Like, that is a really good tagline. Wow, live the unwritten. That is sick. Now, a lot of things went on here. I think, was J.K. Rowling involved in the making of this game? Because story-wise, this impacts the overall world, and a lot of the Harry Potter stuff is just general canon. Like, there's not specific things which aren't and some things that are. If it's an officially licensed product, it generally is canon. So, is this done by JK? Like, has she set the parameters in the world back in the 1800s? It says this was made in the 1800s, at least that's when the game is set. So, is there just 7 years of gameplay then between first year and seventh year? Or is it more so you can have unlimited versions of the game? Like, if you work through it and play through it in different ways, you'll have a different outcome every single time. I don't know. The visuals look good. There was one aspect of it which wasn't really working, with like the fire coming up on some torches. But other than that, the general graphics look pretty damn good. And while Fantastic Beasts is not something which I loved, I didn't mind the first one. The second one, trash. But the first one was okay. It just didn't live up to Harry Potter. It wasn't as good. And I think part of that was the story was built, you know, anew, and that's the problem. Sometimes when you build and you try and build and build and build, it takes away from the shine of the original product. So hopefully this won't do that. There does seem to be a bit more of a Fantastic Beasts element in this game, at least, than in the original Harry Potter series and films, I guess. As you can see, there's Harry Potter's all behind me. It's like what we do. We like fantasy stuff. We like sci-fi, fantasy, that type of shenanigans. And the original Harry Potter was really incredible for the time. You know, she changed the world in a lot of ways, and changed a lot of people's perspectives, and the way they grew up was super influenced by what J.K. Rowling did as an individual. You know, it shows what one person can do to change the world in a small way or a big way. With specific reference to Fantastic Beasts, I did have a feeling when the first film was going to come out that it had a real opportunity to be more so maybe a Lord of the Rings type epic rather than a Harry Potter, and it just went a bit all over the place for me. So, don't love Fantastic Beasts, really love Harry Potter still. Nonetheless, you can't have everything. Sometimes there are bad things, sometimes there are good things, but sometimes good things come out of bad, and maybe this might be like the perfect melding pot of the two worlds, which from this seems like it's going to be a lot of fun to play. I do hope it's more of a role-playing game rather than like a question and answer game, or like a Telltale game, like a storyline game. Something I have to mention here, alright, is the score. The score for this was so good. It was Harry Potter, but with a bit of like dark flair, with a bit of Fantastic Beasts flair. It had a lot of stuff going on, but it took you away, it whisked you away to another world, just with a sound, and that is something super special. A big question here is, are we going to get any familiar faces? That could be a big thing. Could be a big thing for world building. Could be something that a lot of the fans might want to see. Certain individuals, maybe, who knows? People popping up. People, maybe there's some time traveling going on this with the time turner. You never know. You never know what can happen. It will definitely be a journey, and one I am excited to be a part of. Anyway, guys, if you did enjoy this video, please do like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel down there. If you didn't, then the Dementor will come after you. He will dement ya, because he's the Dementor. I know they're genderless, it's this type of stuff. I don't know what's going on, alright? What I do know is, Dementor come after you. You don't want that. You really don't, so just subscribe anyway to avoid that. I've been NarendraTheComic, you've been Graham. We'll see you next time. That's tomorrow. If you don't know, make a video every single day. Been doing it for over 2 years. That's for 2 years, and we ain't stopping, no stopping, until we get to 10,000 subscribers. So do subscribe. Come back again tomorrow for some more quality shitty content, because we're hashtag never not here. Never not here. My lads, my boys, my girls, if there are any girls out there. It's just kind of the vibe. It's what happens every single day. I make a video. There's something up. Sometimes you like it. Sometimes you don't. But you can be sure there will be something up every single day. Every 24 hours, there's something or other. So come back. Have a look. You might enjoy it. So see you tomorrow, because I'll be here again with some more bakwas. And bakwas is nonsense in Punjabi. So see you then. Skadoosh.